What it do? It's your boy Caveman back again. How y'all doing? Today we're getting into some Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, man. I don't know what to think about this game. I played a little bit of it and it was crazy. That's all I know. Very interesting game, that's for sure. Current time for me is 5:03. So we're gonna go to 5. We're gonna wait till exactly 5:04. And exactly at 5:04 we're gonna hit OK. Cause I'm OCD. Boom. Okay. Hang on. Yeah, I gotta switch this light up real quick. Oh no, we don't want to turn it off. I like this one. It's like a campfire. Oh my gosh. Hold on, Stanley. Hold on. It's like either as bright as the sun or not bright enough. Before we get started, can I just say something? Thank you for actually setting the clock both times you've booted up the game. A lot of people don't take that step seriously. They just leave that clock set at 12 o'clock and call it a day. But you're actually taking the time to set the clock, and I appreciate that. That's how I know you care this experience. You're paying attention. I don't even have any way of knowing if the times you're setting are correct. Tell you what, I'll make you a deal. Since you've been so cooperative, next time you boot up the game and see this screen, just set the clock to your favorite time. Go ahead, pick whatever time you want, even if it's not the correct time. You've earned it. Alright, I'll let you get back to the video game now. This is what I'm talking about, bro. This is what I'm talking about. Just off the rip chaos. That was before the loading screen, man. Oh, Lord. Alright. Yo, all I'm saying is, buckle up.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job.
It's been a while since I've played this, though, so I really don't remember too much.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all
Why
his
does it
years at the
immediately give
company
me
had
anxiety,
this
bro?
happened. This
Playing too many
complete
backrooms
isolation.
games and I see those
Something
rooms and
was
they look
very
like that,
clearly wrong.
immediately I'm like,
Shocked, frozen
we gotta go.
solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
oh, it's us now? Okay. It's your first trophy, let's go. First trophy, because we existed. They're giving out participation trophies. Golly, I can't talk. Giving out participation trophies. Look, they told me to set the time, and then the time in the game's not even the same. The heck? Yo, where everybody at?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Okay. Can I go into any of the other rooms?
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it
Bro!
didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Okay, fine. See, they say that, bro, but you never know. We're gonna touch everything. What's that? Can we touch that file? Hello? Anybody here? Bro, I'm telling you, bro. Sales in the quarter. Oh my, sales are down. Why does that look like a... Yo, tell me that doesn't look like an angry dude over there in the center.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
He entered the door on his left, huh? Should we listen? Let's listen to him. For now. We'll listen for now since it makes sense. Into the dark room?
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
How to solve a dispute? Let it ball up inside you, take it out passive-aggressively on other coworkers, resend coworkers for not supporting you more. Using slides to assure employees that everything's okay. Make sure your slide has a slick blue graphic in the header and throw some big with text. Will ensure a calm and productive work environment. Synchronize core values, expenditures, shift global market parade, monetize, free to pay, free to play. Okay. Broom closet.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Bro, what if we go downstairs though? We listened last time. We're just gonna check a little bit. Okay, never mind. Not going into the red deadly death place because Stanley's doesn't want to die today. Bro, why? If we're such a nice... Hello? If we're such a nice business, why do we not... Executive bathroom? Can we go in here? Because the boss knows that what the boss says goes. If the boss suffered losses, then what's the boss chose? Then that's what the boss chose. Okay. This game, bro. And these automatic closing doors. Boss lady! Hello!
Stepping into his manager's
Man!
office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Two, 8, 4, 5.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly
Scared the
opened
bejesus
passageway.
out of me. Thank you, baby. Shout out Dutch Bros. Sponsor your boy. Okay. See, like, we tried to avoid the creepy place, and then we end up in a creepy place anyways. Hello? Boss lady? We went upstairs just to go down an elevator. What is that? Loading screen?
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar.
Yeah.
There was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job.
Yeah,
Why did
okay.
he feel this now?
Yeah,
When for
okay.
years it had never occurred to him.
Yeah, okay.
This question would not go unanswered for long.
See, like, the one thing I don't know is, like, does this game have jump scares, or is it just like a...
Stanley walked straight ahead.
Is it just like a psychological thing?
Mind control facility.
This is just psychological, like... Do we press the button? What is that? I mean, I feel like we have to press the button now. What if we just do nothing? No, we'll just press a button.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself.
Whoa.
Did he have the strength to find out?
This place is huge. Massive. Okay.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom...
What number were we? Dang, man, I don't remember what number we were. Employee observation protocol. Employee observation protocol. Okay, let's get out of here because that sound just gives me the chillies.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never.
Yeah.
It was unthinkable.
Fuck that. We on our own, bro.
Was it even possible?
No.
Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
No.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
See, like, so there's numbers on shit, right? So, there's got to be more to this than just walk through. Console disabled. See, like, 1, 2. Yeah, I know. 3. Still can't get up there, though. I'm feeling that's 4 up there. Because it wasn't 5 over here. Yeah, 5. So 4 is going to be right there, and there's no way to get to that right now, so. I guess we go see. Maybe we can come back. This doesn't look ominous at all.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place.
Yeah! Down with the man!
Blackness, and a rising chill of uncertainty.
Can't get off that easy.
Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command.
No way.
Freedom was mere moments
Speed run?
away.
Speed run?
Even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay
That's
unsolved.
Rose coffee is so good.
Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go. what to do, or how to feel. Whatever
Gamers
life
don't
he
need
lives,
sunlight?
it will
Hello?
be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing.
Oh, that's...
Stanley stepped through the open door.
There's no door. Just...
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin.
We're free!
Feeling of liberation.
W!
Immense possibility
Speed
of a
run!
new path before.
Wah! Maybe?
This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Wakes up in his desk. Did we actually beat it? Complete the Stanley Parable. We beat the game! Speed run! 17-minute speed run? Okay, so
All of his
we're not going to listen to him.
What could it mean?
We're going to do everything the
Stanley
opposite
decided
of what
to
he
go to
says.
the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
So we already clicked like everything through here, so I don't think there's anything we missed.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Nope.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nope. To the front. We're going to the front, boys.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Did not jump from the cargo lift while it's in motion. Oh, Lord.
But in his eagerness to prove that he's in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death.
I figured, like...
Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
I thought that maybe it would have, like, a block that doesn't let you do that.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Bro, this is going to be one of those games
Stanley
that I'm going to want to try to
the
play
meeting room.
every single
Perhaps he had simply missed a
possible
memo.
way there is. We're going to just...
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting.
Because, like, we still need
room,
to go to the
Stanley
left and
knew
go down the
perfectly well.
stairs and into that
Perhaps
red
he
room.
wanted to stop by the employee lounge
I don't think there was
first,
too
just
many
to
other,
admire
like,
it.
options that we had from there.
Wow. Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Okay. Let's try this again, except we're going to go on
Stanley
the
was
left.
so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
Who?
Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Her? Who's her?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Yeah, that doesn't seem creepy at all. She's been... Bro, I don't want to go into the dark room! What if we go in backwards? Ah!
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the Oh, no, you can't... Did you just unplug the phone?
Yeah!
Well, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Choice.
Bro, get the heck out of here!
But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people. Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack." Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making
What
process.
the heck?
Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this
Thanks.
time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Oh my god, dude.
Ah, welcome back.
What
You
the?
may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
If he puts us back in that room, we're definitely unplugging it again. Okay. Okay, so no other options here.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
We're gonna break it more. You guys already know we're gonna break it more. How far back do I have to go before I can make my own decision again? Am I grounded? Dad?
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world. Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task.
100%
Just follow my lead and you'll be fine.
promise.
All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yep.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Can I go this way? No. Yeah, I have to go this way now? Okay. What now? The table.
It's ruined. I can't believe after everything we've talked about, my story, you've
Yeah!
destroyed my
Oh no.
work. Why?
Yeah!
What? What did you get out of
Woo!
that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone? Left
Down
you
with
so
the
much
narrator.
garbage? Well, it's worthless now.
And what am I supposed to do?
Start it over.
If there were a way to continue, would it be worth it?
Nope.
To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that?
Start it over.
I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever.
Yep.
Reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way.
We broke it.
Is it better to shut the game down entirely?
No.
To willingly destroy all of my work?
No, simmer down.
What's the answer?
Simmer down.
What do I do? What do I... No, I have to.
Breathe.
I have to shut the game down.
No.
I have to.
Don't you dare.
I have to.
Don't you dare. Bro, listen. Narrator, listen, bro, we can talk about this, man. We can talk about this.
I'm here. I'm still here.
Good.
Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You. Who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground.
What? I didn't
What,
do
did you
this.
think that would be funny?
No.
You just had to see?
No.
Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley?
I don't know
He actually
Stanley.
knows how to do what I tell him to.
Then you
He
shoulda got
understands
him.
that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it.
Well,
That
then,
thought hadn't even
why'd you give me an
occurred
option?
till You had it. That there's a world outside of you.
yes.
You're a child.
Hey, let's not call names now.
My story.
And we can fix it.
If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a
What?
whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It
That's
would have
too
been
easy.
so perfect. I worked so hard on it.
That's too easy.
I tried so hard to make behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing
Okay,
responsibly
fine.
and always putting the story first.
Let's go.
I'm
Fine,
quite sure
we'll go
you'll
the
be
right
up to
way.
Task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping coming to a staircase, Stanley walked
I can't even go
upstairs to his
downstairs
boss's
anymore.
office.
They literally took away all options. Or is it because we broke the story? I think it's probably because we broke the story. Can we go in the bathroom again? No. Yeah, we broke everything, bro. We're fired. We're fired. The boss's office is different, too.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
We're...
Shocked, unraveled,
This is definitely a
Stanley
lot
wondered
poorer.
in disbelief who
Bro!
orchestrated this. Until he
What the
saw
heck is up with the panda?
receiver next to it.
A homie got a
Behind
gun
the
to his...
store lay all the
No!
answers to his questions. And beyond all probability,
I am the
he
most
knew
expensive
passcode.
boss. Yeah,
He
it
had
sure
seen
looks
on his
like it.
boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself
Night
the
Shark
courage to face
115.
the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Night Shark 155.
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115.
Oh.
He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Night Shark 115.
I'm sorry.
Is it settings? Is that what it is? Audio. English subtitles.
Is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you?
Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story.
Hello?
This is a crucial step.
Hello? Night Shark
Okay, fine. You're not gonna do
115.
it, but you know what? It's pretty humiliating.
I'm trying, bro.
Only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You... When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
What?
Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please.
Yeah, that's what we look like.
I need you to make a choice. I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me?
Did we... Is this the real end?
All right. Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something. Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it.
Bro.
So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice.
Okay, we're gonna begin the game again. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go left side downstairs. We're gonna book it.
All
then.
of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
So this is a
Stanley
completely
decided
fresh
to go
start.
to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
We're gonna go this way, but we're gonna go downstairs and see what happens.
Yet there was not
Plus,
a
we
single
can still go the
person
other
here
way and then through
either.
the left door too.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed
What do we got this way?
everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley.
It's a loop hallway.
Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy.
It's a loop
All
hallway.
of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating?
Yes, they
No,
are.
Stanley
A, B,
said to
1, 2.
himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real.
1, 2, B,
At
4.
last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming!
A, B, 1, 1, 1,
This is
2.
all a dream. Oh,
1,
what a
2, B,
relief
4.
Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
Let me wake up, he thought to himself.
Ain't no way. It's gonna snap us up.
I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job.
I mean, we've proved that we can die.
Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
This isn't interesting, bro. It's a very interesting game. Still in the same spot. Loop hallway.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real.
Game's giving me anxiety, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Can anyone hear my voice?
Everything's turning red.
Who am I? And everything went black.
Oh my god, dude.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Oh, we broke it. We're not even a guy named Stanley anymore.
Like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think
Everybody
this,
else is...
and
yeah, okay, Stanley's the only one that's crazy.
Made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
R.I.P. Stanley. Wandered to tell you he was crazy and then died. So that's that ending.
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing.
Yet everybody's still not here. Now that we've mixed it up, now we go to the right.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime,
and then now we go this
a
way?
work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Now we go down.
But Stanley
play
didn't
this
want
one
to
for
go
about
back to
20
the
more
office.
minutes, and then we're
he
gonna
wanted to wander about and
gonna
get
swap
even
over to,
further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to
Minecraft.
go...
We're going to start a Minecraft playthrough today.
From here, it's, left. Oh, no.
You son of a gun! Are you sure?
No,
Bro!
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I
It
thinking?
better not be that door
It's
with all that
clearly-
stuff in front of it, bro.
Would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Aha! We're back to the TV room, but this time we're at the top.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. whole
So
story
the first
completely
time
unusable.
I did it, I think
Well,
this
rather
is the
than
one that
waste
I
my
did.
time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart.
And then he
the
sends
game
me
from
back to the beginning.
And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
And then now we go this way
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
again.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley... Wait, what?
Yeah, see, no, we
No,
broke it.
No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Well, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story.
Yeah, bro, get your
It was
game
right
straight.
here just a
Duh.
minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
There's no way to jump in this game. Let's go this way. See how far we can go without going through a door. We get closed off from another area. That way we can still backtrack a little bit.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure
Haha,
I've
look.
ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
I feel like we would have been wandering endlessly anyways.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
And then now we go...
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
before B3.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps. Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe
This
my
is
story took
very
place in an
creepy
office
placing.
building. Is that correct?
This looks very, very creepy.
Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about
Scared?
this? You win! Congratulations!
W chat.
I know
W
you put
chat.
in a lot of hard work, and it really
W.
paid off. So, good job. Oh, no.
That doesn't feel right.
No, I don't feel right about this at
Agreed.
all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay? I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is.
You and me
I
both,
don't
buddy.
care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Started, buddy. We're gonna go into the room. There's gonna be just one door.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Immediately doesn't listen.
No, I'm down. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
He said no, bro. Follow the line. Is it like Phasma where you pull the doors? No.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there?
Yep.
Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story?
Yes.
Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
What? So if we go through there, and then here, it like blink changed, didn't it? Bro, I'm not tripping.
Wait, cut the music, go back and look at that fern.
No.
Wait, what?
You're not the boss
back
of me.
At the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Okay, so now we get to go through this side, and then back through over here, and then we're back up here.
No, not again.
Woo!
Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we
So like, why are those ones up there? I wonder if those are
I can't
parables
take this
too.
anymore, to hell with it.
Pirate?
Restart. You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
I'm down, let's go, Mr. Narrator Man.
Now, yes, this is exciting.
Yeah,
Just me and
let's
Stanley
go.
Forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything.
Let's go, let's
What
go.
do you want
Where
our
we
story to
going?
be? Go wild. Use your imagination.
Okay,
Whatever
bet.
it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Let's get it, bro.
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley,
The
I'd
line's
also
back.
like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story.
Yeah.
No lines or monitor rooms.
Yeah.
Just don't acknowledge it. We should be fine.
Yeah, he doesn't know what he's talking about anyways, bro. Yeah, get out of here, you stinking line.
Ah, a choice. We get to
Let's
make a decision.
go!
From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact,
Let's
I
not
believe
squander
I need a minute
it.
to think here.
Okay,
Just walk
you
in
think.
circles for a minute.
Okay.
Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where
Wait, we're
we're
not gonna
trying
do
to
that. You're not the
go,
boss.
there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin.
So
So
the
starting
left.
from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one.
So then we go to the
Another
left.
victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny.
Yeah, so we go
awaits.
through the ones on the left, because even he's...
Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply
is
because
crazy,
it's written
bro.
here on this thing.
This guy's
Whoa.
crazy?
Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide?
Oh, shoot.
Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really... No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it.
I bet you will.
And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay.
So when I played this the first time, bro, I was
I guess now
terrified.
just
That's all I'm
wait.
going to say.
You know, I
No
suppose
reason,
in some
just
way
playing
that
backroom
this is a
games, but
kind
I
of
was
story.
terrified.
Wouldn't you
And
agree? I'm not quite sure
starting
if
to
we're in the
think that there are no
destination
jump
or the
scares,
journey.
aside from,
They're
like,
always saying that life is about the
the
journey
beginning when the
and
doors
not
were
the
closing behind
destination.
me because I'm so,
I hope
like...
that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
Man, as I was saying,
all of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
okay, so what do we do now?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Was that really just like the confusion ending? So we got that one?
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he
So
entered
then,
the door. This was
we
not
go
the
here.
correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
And then
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
we went the wrong way.
Standing now in this incredible room,
Except this
Stanley,
time,
but eager to get back to
we go
business,
to the left and
Stanley
go
took
straight.
the first open door on his left.
Like it actually said.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
And then back. We can't go back. Okay. And then we go to the meeting room. And then from the meeting room we go
Yet there was not a single
downstairs?
person here
Or would it be
either.
any different?
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's
Oh,
office.
we can go into the broom
Stanley
closet?
stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Okay. Well, it's worth a check. We didn't check that last time.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
See, downstairs is that same thing again, and then we got stuck in that frickin' loop, and to be honest, I don't even want to take a chance on getting stuck in that loop again, because out of everything, that might have actually been the most annoying part of this. So we can go into the executive bathroom again. To be rich, is it a crime? To commit crimes, isn't it rich? What a life it would be to have to pick just one. So you're just implying that the only way to get rich is by spending illegal money? Oh, see, look, now this is new. Okay, let's go up. Banger! I guess we would have just continued to go forever. Oh no, see, this is still the same. So then, what if we go down? Or is it just like an infinite elevator that doesn't actually go anywhere? Back to the boogie? Did it say stop it? Yeah, no, it's just an infinite elevator that doesn't actually go anywhere. It's a troll elevator. We got a frickin' troll elevator, y'all.
His manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. But mean, Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be?
2256 or something?
This keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret pin number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped.
Was there any other options when we went this way? Like, we tried that, but that doesn't give us any options. Is the up button an option? No, it just clicks it. Maybe it'll do a different thing this time, like left or right, because obviously it was different. How many endings do you have? I think right now we've done 3 or 4 different endings. I don't know, dude. To be honest, at this point, it's kind of...
Stanley walked straight ahead.
It's starting to mush my brain up, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Control facility.
Escape? Okay, so I know we went that way and we hit that thing. We went all around there. We saw that. Well, let's go down the escape path.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
You're not the boss of me, Mr. Narrator Man. You can't tell me what to do.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Nah, brother, we ain't scared. We're sending it.
Point, Stanley was making a conscious
We're sending it.
to walk forward
Sending it.
and willingly confront his death.
There's 19 total endings as far as I'm aware, but some of them are pretty difficult to do. Yeah, we're definitely not doing 19 endings. I was going to do about an hour of it, which we're right at about an hour, so we're going to try to get to the next ending that we can. And then we're going to switch over to some Phasmo.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched,
I played this
closer
like
and
for
closer to his
about 30
demise,
minutes
it
a
reflected
few
that
weeks
his life
ago and
had
then
been
didn't
of
really
no
mess with it, so I
consequence
really wanted to check it
whatsoever.
out.
Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't
19
know the real
total
story,
endings.
trapped
That's
forever in his
crazy
narrow
to think
vision
about,
of
man.
what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end
I didn't
to
willingly
his
accept anything, bro. What do you mean?
Well, Stanley,
You're the narrator, bro. You put me in this situation. Why'd you have to narrate there to be a muncher? Don't do it to me!
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator.
Oh, now we got a
as
lady
Stanley
narrator?
was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
And then we fall out into a thing. Okay. So that doesn't look like a decision there. The Stanley Parable?
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever.
Okay,
What
this is
exactly
new.
did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
What is this?
When every
Ooh, we
path
haven't
you could
seen this
walk
room
has been
yet.
created for you long in advance.
This room is
Death
bright though?
becomes
My
meaningless,
gosh, let me
making
scoot back a
life
little
the
bit.
same. Do you see now?
Nature
Do you
paint.
see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Excuse me? Dude, this is office. This is the office layout. So my office, and then all the way through to there to the corridor. That's crazy, dude. The two doors, and then I guess that's the parable point. And then from there, it turns into all the different like endings, I guess. The button sounds. A selection of sounds used throughout the game when buttons are pressed. Each sound is a mixture of keyboard strokes and synchronized noises. This is literally just the museum of the game? Like, is that what this is? The office computers? This is like their display area? Employee database? Bro, this is wild. This is crazy. Hello? The office clock. Boss's office. So we didn't even... Yeah, see, so we've seen that one. And I think we've seen that one. We haven't seen that one yet. That looks like a freaking insane asylum. That looks busted. So, definitely got that going. Left or right? Left or right? There's one ending where you stomp the narrator the whole time. Stomped. I think it's called the confusion. Yeah, that was the last one we just got, was the confusion ending. The one that got me the most was the first... Well, not the first one. The first one we did on this stream, which, I mean, depending on what you're watching on, if you go back. Man, literally all I did was the opposite of what he said every single time, and it breaks the game, and it actually gets kind of... I wouldn't say scary, it's just definitely creepy. It gets very creepy. Freedom ending. This one's the first incarnation of the freedom ending, the game's alpha. See, I think we got the freedom ending, too. The countdown desk. One of the desks in the early version of the countdown ending. See, we haven't gotten the countdown ending either yet. The freedom ending. This is a freedom ending as it exists in the beta. Green. Can I not go and hit that? Oh, or is it just the monitor room elevator? This is cool. I feel like this should be the thing you get once you've done all the endings, though. Zending. The screenshot depicted an early version of the ending known as the Zending, which was eventually cut and merged with another part of the game. That's a big button, bro! That's a real big button. The Zending levers. The Zending model. Okay. I was like, maybe I can click the buttons. The escape menu. The game is now paused. To begin the game again, resume the game. Options returned. Okay. Trailers. We ran 4 major teaser trailers over the course of the game's development, each meant to convey something about the spirit of the game. This is the first one released May 2012. It features a series of broken rooms and the voice of the narrator informing viewers that he is repairing a new version of the Stanley Parable. Okay, we're not going to stand here the whole time. If you want to check it out, go check that out. I know there's an ending where you can cheat on the menu of the game, which pisses the narrator off, and he calls it a serious ending or something. That was pretty funny. Cheat. Are there cheats? Is that a thing? Switch panel, toggle, apply. Is there actually a thing? No. Maybe. Maybe we have to do something to unlock it. I don't like that sound. Don't do that. The one ending, the one option, two options, the vent. There's a vent? What? The maintenance layout? Okay. The cargo lift? See, that's different. Apartment timer. Okay. Alright, well... How do we get out of this? The narrator's emails. From Like Harris, subject question. Hi, Mr. Narrator Guy. I have a question for you, sir. And it is, okay. There's a skeleton inside of you. There are more skeletons in the world than humans. That's not weird. That's not a weird thing right there at all. Question brought forth. Am I Stanley? Are you spying on me? I do not. Why? Okay. Let's not stare at that forever. Look, Stanley office. Little miniature. Oh, we can't go in there. Did our office keep changing? Is that what it was? We weren't really paying attention to that. Okay.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Turn it off! You can't...
Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Turn off your PlayStation. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...
I wonder if you actually close the game and then reopen it, if it makes reference to that. That would be crazy. That would be crazy. Okay. Alright. So we're gonna drop it there. That's gonna be part 1. We're gonna drop it there on part 1, okay? This game is insane, bro. I love this game. It caught me off guard, that's for sure. For those of y'all that are going to watch this over on YouTube, man, this is just part 1. We're going to join back up on this at another time, and we'll get another video going in part 2 where we try to get through more. Yeah, but I mean, it was interesting, that's for sure. If you like the video, like it, man. If you dislike it, dislike it. But let me know in the comments why, so we can try to improve moving forward. Past that, man, we'll see you guys next time.